Psalm 79, an imprecatory psalm, that is, calling judgment upon others. That's what we find in this psalm, and it's not a lot of hopeful, it's not a prayer of redemption or thanks. It's not a delightful psalm at all, not in my opinion. But it's rather real. And sometimes real hurts. Sometimes real is ugly. Sometimes real is scary. Asaph is just saying, being real with God. And I think this illustrates one way we need to pray. We need to be real with God. He says, God, the nations, they have invaded us. They have defiled your temple. They reduced your city to rubble. Dead bodies lay out for the ravens to eat. They pour out blood, and there's no one even here to bury the dead. He's illustrating how bad it really is, and he's questioning now, God, how long? How long are you gonna forget us? How long are you gonna be angry toward us? And then he comes up with an idea. Hey, God, why don't you do this? Why don't you pour out your wrath on nations who don't even care about you? Why don't you pour your wrath on nations who don't acknowledge you at all? You know, why does that happen? Why does God's wrath pour out on nations that acknowledge him? Would it be because he's trying to teach them a lesson? Is God trying to train? Is he trying to correct the wrong? Is he trying to get people to wake up and do things? Maybe that's what's happening in 2020 in America. It's not like we don't acknowledge who God is. Now, there are a lot of people here that are not acknowledging God and don't care to see "In God We Trust" on coinage. Not that that's the issue. And they don't care to say the Pledge of Allegiance. That's kind of the issue for some. But they don't like the idea at all that the nation is under one. They don't like what it is, and somehow they want to change it. But maybe God is using them to make some necessary adjustments. Change is scary. But this imprecatory psalm is just saying, and Asaph is saying, oh God, why don't you punish the people who don't know you, don't acknowledge you? At least we acknowledge you. Don't punish us for the sins of our fathers. Help us, oh God, help us. Why should the nations cry out, where is God? Good questions. Get revenge, and then we'll praise you forever. Bring on judgment on those nations. Show your mighty hand, God. And he doesn't say all those things, but the idea is, hey, God, just bring down judgment on these people. And that's kind of, it reflects a little bit of what James and John, the sons of thunder. Well, should we call down lightning from heaven and strike them? And Jesus says, no, that's not the deal. Judgment isn't the way God deals with everything. Sometimes he just lets things play out. Sometimes he takes his time, and it makes many of us uncomfortable. Me being one of them. But judgment, if it does happen, maybe it'll help turn the wicked toward God. Maybe it will help the people who do kind of nominally praise God come to really praise God in a big way. Don't know. It's not a kind of prayer that just brings you joy and fun, good goosebumps and peace. It kind of troubles the mind. And I would just say it's a little bit scary, and I think it's fitting for this time. But we need to pray. We need to ask for God's help. I'm more inclined to think that maybe we ought to let God judge who he wants to judge when he wants to judge them. But there are times, yes, I want to say, Lord, just take care of this person because I am fed up. Lord, take care of these people. I am fed up. Lord, just give them wisdom and bless their souls. God bless them. And sometimes we just don't know what to do. But we talk to God. Excuse me. And pray. And ask God for help. Sometimes that's all we can do. Maybe tomorrow will be a new day. For I think I remember reading before, joy comes in the morning. I sure pray it does. Psalm 79. Have a great night and God bless.